Inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Seattle Seahawks. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Mike Fofo. You don't know no better. Arvin. 44 is Mike. Check. I got wide. 44 is the Mike. 44 is the Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work. Across midfield.
6 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On first down, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Well.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
You don't want nothing.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Switch. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Mark 55. Mark 55.
Throwing now. Haskins on 1st down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Now Pirine. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go. You got you. Out. Check 52.
On 2nd down now, it's Cobb. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Check room. Check hot. 55, Mike. 55. Get the ball. Mike.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the feet. He's got him in. Complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a second down coming up. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Right there in the middle, 55. Check tight, check tight, check tight. Check your hot read. Under 10, under 10. Alert.
To throw is Wilson. Lockett with a grab over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Run pass.
Again, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but now it's 3rd and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now it's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orville. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Watch the screen. Wait, 89.
Rivers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
What? 280. Hey, alert. 44. Watch the flag.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
You can't block me. You can't. Alert. 44.
To throw again. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd down, Haskins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Third down, here's Geis. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Now it's Penny running right. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Montez Sweat able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right?
Touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis, 64 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check, check. Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
Throwing is Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards on the play. First down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Mike spoke on the ball.
36 power.
Check the backer.
Now Wilson on first down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Mike, 44. I got one.
There.
He's checking Craig. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
One left. No. Wide. Get wide.
Hey, alert.
Switch.
12.
To throw again is Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
They go play action now. Wilson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock. and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Geis. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 41-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Love. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Watch the shit.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he finds McLaurin. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Redskin 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Haskins on 1st down. Out to the left here to Reed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
First down, Redskins.
Son, here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. Go. Me and you. It's just me and you. 49.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a give, right side. Cobb, he's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. On play action, Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Hopkins' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Got you. Look for signals. I got you, son.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Now Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Check, check. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that side deep. Don't let him breathe. Watch twist.
Look for signals. Hey, easy. Cut.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
44. 44. Watch the curl. Bofo's the mic. Mike's Bofo. Go. Hey, watch edge. Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping. Showing it. Watch the safety creep.
Here's Wilson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
This quarterback now Over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
44, 44, Mike. Come on, D. Bobo's the Mike. Mike's Bobo.
Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. Yeah, the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. It's Geis on the counter. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And he's got room. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Washington. Samaje Perine, 63 yards. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, that one's hard to believe. Not something you see every day. A very long run for the big guy.
Normally we see his counterpart, right? The scat back, the guy with the so-called speed. But we saw a little bit of everything there, didn't we? The big, powerful man with the football. He can also stretch it out a little bit in the open field.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Penny. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Mike. Here we go. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. Here we go.
Now it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get on. Run left. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Go, 14. That's it. 44.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
44 to Mike. 42, go. Watch the pass.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on. Trump. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike.
Play action. Now Wilson out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sua Cravens. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
I'll go special.
Now Rashad Penny. A terrific run there by Penny. 47 yards on the ground. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Hey, tight. 44.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch the ship.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Redskins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it here with P-Ryan. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So the victory here for Seattle. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Seahawks, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Washington, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.